Hello and welcome to This Day with Miss Sita, where we feed on God's daily bread for our spiritual nourishment. Welcome to the second episode of this series where we get to explore Bible metaphors and symbolic language in context. I believe as you explore the symbolic language within the Bible books, you can use the same principle as a backdrop when interpreting dreams and visions. I encourage you to read Jeremiah chapter 2 to get the most out of this video and rewatch this video again after reading the entire chapter. Check out the description below to get the context of the book of Jeremiah. Number 5. A bride or a young bride. This represents followers of Christ who are fully devoted to Him, those who are separated and holy unto the Lord, pure and innocent in His eyes, the bride of Christ, the church. Jeremiah 2:23 says, "Go and proclaim in the ears of Jerusalem, saying, Thus says the Lord, I remember earnestly the loving kindness and devotion of your youth." Your time of betrothal, like that of the bride during the early years in Egypt and again in Sinai, where you followed me in the wilderness through the land not sown. Israel was holy, something set apart from ordinary purposes, consecrated to the Lord. Number 6. A fountain. This represents God who is a fountain of living water, the Spirit of God, or life in the Spirit. Jeremiah chapter 2 verse 13 says, "For my people have committed two evils. They have rejected me, the fountain of living water, and they have carved out their own cisterns that cannot hold water." Number 7. Broken cisterns. This represents life in the flesh, something that's created by man's hands or effort. This is the opposite of living life in the Spirit. This represents a life without dependency on God. Jeremiah chapter 2 verse 13 says, "They have rejected me, the fountain of living water, and they have carved out their own cisterns, broken cisterns that cannot hold water." Number 8. Hair or a crown. This represents man's glory, honor, power, or strength. So seeing yourself losing your hair or crown could represent falling into shame, losing honor or a high position, or losing a good reputation due to rebellion, sin, or disobedience. This could also represent lacking the fear of God or turning away from God. Jeremiah 2 chapter 16 to 17 says, "Moreover, the men of Memphis and Tahpanhes as powerful enemies have shaved the crown of your head to degrade you. Have you not brought this upon yourself by rejecting the Lord your God when He led you in the way?" And the NLT says, "Egyptians marching from the cities of Memphis and Tahpanhes have destroyed Israel's glory and power, and you have brought this upon yourselves by rebelling against the Lord your God, even when He was leading you on the way." Number 9. A yoke or chains. This symbolizes oppression, and a broken yoke or chains symbolizes freedom or deliverance. Jeremiah 2:20, "Long ago I broke the yoke that oppressed you and tore away the chains of slavery." Number 10. Prostitution. That means forsaking God, bowing to idols, or idolatry. Number 11. Planted in the best or choice vine. This represents being planted and rooted in God, raised by God, a life of dependency on God, and producing the fruit of the Spirit. Jeremiah chapter 2 verse 21 says, "But as the one who planted you, choosing a vine of purest stock, the very best, how did you grow into this corrupt wild vine?" This takes us to number 12. Planted in the wild vine. This represents a corrupt or a loose conduct or a conduct apart from God. Jeremiah chapter 2 verse 21 says, "But I was the one who planted you, choosing a vine of the purest stock, the very best. How did you grow into this corrupt wild vine? Number 13. A camel or a restless camel. This represents lustful desires or willful sin. Jeremiah chapter 2 verse 23 says, "Go and look in any valley in the land. Face the awful sins you have done. You are like a restless camel, desperately searching for her mate." Number 14. A wild donkey. This also represents lustful desires, willful sin, unfaithfulness, restlessness, or unrestrained. Jeremiah chapter 2 verses 24 says, "You are like a wild donkey sniffing wind at mating time. Who can restrain her lust? Those who desire her don't need to search, for she goes running to them." Number 15. A prey or lion killing prey. This represents destroyer of the innocent, or the enemy's attack to silence the voice of God or to stop the plans of God over the church. Stepping on people for your own gain, or using your authority or position of power the wrong way in order to get ahead or to serve your own interests. Jeremiah chapter 2 verses 30 says, "You yourselves have killed your prophets as a lion kills its prey." That's it from me for today. See you in the next episode. Thank you for watching.